let's just go live. I'm not even counting down anymore. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Fuck it.
Yep, exactly. We'll do it live. So, what's happening? Thank you everyone for stopping in and checking out another edition of Mind Your Effing Business. Was that your phone just going off?
No,
No,
I don't know what that was.
it didn't just vibrate. It was like
Oh,
brrr.
it did vibrate. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll keep it over here on the other
just
table.
shook the whole table. Ah. So I just got home about a half an hour ago. Another work day in the office. I'll tell you what. From probably so now today there's actually a couple people in the office, but from like 5:30 on, and I got to be there till 8. There's nobody in the office. I had to get up at one point and check the cubes next to me because it sounded like there was stuff rattling around.
Really?
So then I go, and of course the bathroom. I got to hit the bathroom before I head home. The bathroom is on the complete other side of the building, of course. So I go there and I'm in the bathroom and I'm at the urinal and one of the toilets flushes. It startled me. Okay. All right, man. Maybe somebody's here this late. All right. No, nobody's here that late. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then as I'm walking out again, the toilet flushes again. Like, all right, I'm just fucking running out the door and running out the building. Craziness. Thankfully, all the lights are still on at the place. But yeah, fucking weird ass stuff.
You have to call the Ghostbusters in.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Exactly. So, how you doing, partner? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. My son's, excuse me, had a football game. Then I just watched a lot of NFL football yesterday.
Football weekend. That's what my son had a game Friday night at 7:00, and then he had a game the next morning at 9:00. And that he just wasn't feeling it on Saturday morning. It was, and so where my father-in-law and my wife were like, we should watch football. We should watch football in our house. We should make it a point to watch football on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this now, not a single minute of football was watched at my house on Sunday. He had a birthday party to go to, and then we just kind of hung out, and it didn't.
Well, who the fuck's having birthday parties on Sundays in the fall? Come on,
kids.
No, unacceptable. Those kids have parents.
Kids, well, their moms don't give a shit about the football. So there you go.
They better fucking start because this is bullshit.
The kids and their moms were having a birthday party on Sunday at the Trampolinium at Sky Zone, one of those trampoline parks. I don't know. I wasn't there because my wife took my son. But yeah, but that's how it goes. So, but yeah, we didn't watch any. We should because it's a bummer. He needs to. You know what is? He's not aggressive. He's not aggressive at all. And I tried telling him last practice because he likes getting pushed around by the other kids. Like he thinks it's funny when they wrestle, but like really they just to the point where almost they're picking on him. But they're friendly with him, So it's all in fun. Plus they're just they're football players. So when they're not practicing, they're just wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's like, look, dude, you got to stay on your feet. All right, you got to stop letting them knock you around so much.
I think that's an age thing. I got one that's not aggressive. But what's funny is my younger is so.
Oh, really? So it's the younger that's aggressive. That's funny how that works. I guess that's because I would probably, my daughter would be a lot more aggressive on the field than my son would be, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had to talk with him after the one practice. I'm like, hey, buddy, when I was in school, I was a wrestler, and I did not win one single match because he just knows me as a pro wrestler. So I was like, So before I got into the ring, I was a wrestler, on the mat, and I didn't win one single match because I wasn't aggressive. It didn't cross my mind. I never thought anything of it. It just, I was never very competitive. So the concept of just winning at all costs really didn't. I don't know. It's still not a concept I'm overly. I mean, obviously, when you do something, you want to win, but I don't know. I don't have that super aggressive competitive streak in me, and he definitely doesn't have it either. But he's got to get a little bit of a fire under his ass, because if he's going to do it, he's got to do it right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Kind of like I said, I got the same thing going on with my oldest.
Yeah.
But.
Yep. Yeah. Then my daughter had a cheerleading deal. That was Saturday too. So it was so funny too, because I had this thing that I did the little comic convention at Funny Rama that I went to.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah, I did. I had a table set up, had to sell some pins, sell some books, talk to a lot of guys. Um, I'll talk about that in a second. But the day started out, so 9 o'clock in the morning, my son's got a football game. All right, so we got to it's 30 degrees outside. So he needs
Yeah.
2 pairs of pants, 3 shirts. We got to have his gloves on standby. He's got to have a bandana gimmick, the whole nine. My daughter, same deal. Okay, game's at 9, and then they have to run out. Like he's running out with the high school kids, and she's cheerleading with the high school girls at 12. So okay, after the game ends, let's hurry home. Let's change them out of their winter clothes into their summer clothes so they
Yeah.
can do the afternoon games. What a pain in the ass it was.
Oh yeah.
So then I was scrambling out the house to get to Funny Rama, which was, I mean, again, which was a blast. There was a ton of people there, which I didn't expect. It was a very small, American Legion room. But man, it was like, if you saw the pictures, there was a good amount of people there. And consistently, a lot of people, they just, because I didn't have a lot of stuff. The dude next to me had tons of stuff. He was selling his comic book on Nunchuck Larry, about a ninja squirrel or ninja chipmunk or something. I don't remember. But I think it's at Nunchuck_Larry on Instagram. And he had tons of stuff, man. He had pins, buttons, socks, bookmarks. He was giving stuff away to people. He had a hardcover book that he was selling. And I had my one comic and my little spinner rack with my pins. That's what I had. But honestly, when people came to me and they were like asking me, asking about my comic, they were like, when I told them, this is my first comic, I'm working on it. Here's what I'm planning to do. Here's how I got it done. People were into it, man. They were like, I want to support. One dude, talked my ear off for 20 minutes, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I love what you're doing. I want to support you. I want to. How can I follow what you're doing?" Because I was telling him about other stuff I wanted to work on. So it was very cool, man. A lot of people, when they heard I was I told them I was a wrestler too. Because it's a wrestling comic book. So yeah, I used to wrestle at the school, on the corner up the street, and everybody was like, man, I tell you what, they say it's fake, but you guys are definitely getting hurt out there. And and every person I talked to about it said the same thing. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's why my tooth is chipped. I mean, I had 2 concussions, because man, it hurts for sure. And it's funny because you hear people say like, oh, wrestling's just fake and blah, blah, blah. I never hear anybody say that anymore. Anybody who says that, it's like, they know, they have a respect for it still.
Well, right. I mean, I think it's obvious when you watch, you can see there's athleticism and people are, legitimately feeling it. But I think when people say it's fake, they mean like the outcome,
Yeah.
The proper thing would be like, oh, it's scripted. Yeah, well, no shit.
Yeah, predetermined.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like telling it to everybody, because there was another guy there who was who he actually is the president of Scout Comics. His name's Brendan Deneen. And he lives close by to me, which is funny. But he wrote these books that I bought at Comic-Con one year. They're called Night Night Groot and First Day of Groot. So they're children's books based off of Groot. The artwork is very cartoonish. The book is great. There's so many Easter eggs in the art, like Ant-Man is like hidden on every page, in certain one of them. And, it's just it rhymes. It's got tons of Marvel characters in it. The books are great. And to find out like this is the guy that wrote those books, like, oh man, that was so cool. I went over and I talked to him about it. I told him, I love these books and everything like that. And then so me and him were chatting back and forth. I was explaining mine to him, and he said the exact same thing about wrestling. He's like, man, yeah, you guys are definitely getting hurt, man. You're getting slammed, and it's like, man, I was like, yeah, exactly. And then the whole spiel, yeah, that's why my tooth is chipped and I got 2 concussions and yada yada yada. Yeah. He wrote another book too, which I wish I could have grabbed it upstairs. I would show you. It's called The Land of Misfit Toys. It's the comic. It's a graphic novel that he wrote. And he went after it, he said, and he pitched them ideas. So it's actually, the story takes place in canon. So in like the Rudolph mythos, it takes place from when Rudolph leaves the land of misfit toys because he doesn't want the abominable snowman showing up to when Santa comes at the end and picks them up. So like everything that's happening off screen in Rudolph is happening in this comic. So it was a pretty cool thing to see. And I had no idea that he wrote something like that. I saw it and I checked it out and he explained it to me, and then we traded books. He actually explained to me a really cool idea the original idea that he pitched. I won't explain it in case he uses it for whatever reason, or but it was another cool idea. But it was a very original idea. But he wasn't allowed to introduce any original characters, so that's why he couldn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah, he said also too when he wrote this one, he wasn't allowed to have a villain. Like there wasn't allowed to be a bad guy in it. Like he's like, you know how hard it is to write a story with no bad guy in it.
yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bad guy and a good guy, right?
Exactly. But apparently he made the Storm the villain somehow. I haven't read it yet because my son really wants to read it. So I got to read it. I got to find a night when I can actually sit down and read it with him. But yeah, so the Storm that's in Rudolph becomes the villain of the story in the comic. So again, it's very, very cool concept. And yeah, I got to chat with the dude about it. And again, he's got his own comic company and just shilling my shit, man. Trying to do my thing.
That's cool. We'll get out there, get a little exposure,
Yeah, it was very cool. The guy actually wrote, so not the guy next to me who did Nunchuck Larry, the guy next to him, I forget his name, Rick Hirth, maybe. He actually has worked on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So issue number 44 of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run, like in black and white, like before it, Mirage Studios. He actually wrote and drew that issue of Ninja Turtles. So
nice.
It was cool. I mean, again, not a ton of people, and a lot of people in costumes, but not crazy costumes, fun costumes. There was a rock paper scissors tournament, which was funny. My friend Bert, who was there with me, he actually made it to like the final 6 or something like that.
Oh, he's a big rock paper scissors guy.
Apparently, I lost to a guy dressed as Scorpion for Mortal Kombat. Oh no, I beat him first, and then I lost to like a 12-year-old girl in the second round. Yeah, read me like a book, knocked me right out like it was nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was cool that Bert was there because Bert did the cover art for CWL, and he did the artwork for the pins. So when people were like, "Wow, these are really cool" and stuff like that, I was able to say, "Oh yeah, he did something too."
Yeah.
I think he signed his first comic book on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool. Yep. Yeah, and Scott, who was the co-host last week, he came down too. He took a shitload of pictures. He posted a little video that I've shared on every account. Right now you can see right now a bunch of pictures and stuff like that. He just it was cool because he I didn't take many pictures. I took a handful, but he anytime he saw me actually talking with someone and explaining stuff, he was he snapped pictures of like a lot of moments of stuff that happened. And then and he put together a little video and stuff like that. That's out there too. So that was cool. Yeah, it was perfect for me because I'm not a huge comic creator. I only have one book to get out there. So it was cool, this tiny little, little convention, comic show, whatever to get my feet wet. Very cool experience. A lot of fun.
Nice.
Went to Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Fucking garbage is what it was.
Oh really?
So I don't want to go on rant here.
No, go ahead. It's welcome.
Yeah. So first of all, Buffalo Wild Wings has. I mean, they've gone down okay. They went down the tubes so bad from going there from when it started. I mean,
I agree with you. So that's why I'm welcoming this rant.
Yep, you were a huge fan of that. They used to give you the little paper the little cardboard containers to throw your bones in. Now they don't give you that. And then they were giving you one tiny cup of blue cheese, and then it wasn't even a dozen wings. No, it wasn't even a dozen traditional. Now it's 10 traditional.
Yeah.
Right. It was $16.50 for 10 traditional wings.
Yeah. To be fair to that, granted, their food sucks, but to be fair, my sons are obsessed with chicken wings. So we get chicken wings all the time. And even local pizza place, when you call and order wings, they warn you. They're like, hey, the price of chicken has gone up. They're crazy everywhere. Yeah. Dude, it's for a dozen wings at my local pizza place that my kids love, it's $18.
For a dozen wings?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know it is crazy, but they're like, hey, the price of everything's going up.
Yeah.
But still, they're good. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, that's what I'll circle back to. So, because it was terrible, and you'd get one wing that was half a bone. It was fucking garbage. But however, this time I went, and they were nice, meaty wings, and they gave me 2 blue cheeses.
Oh,
So okay, now we're talking. Now you're making up a little bit for that jacked up price.
yeah.
However, I was like, all right, I haven't been here in a long time. Let's get crazy. They have a different sauce. I'm like, what is this? Orange chicken? Fucking wings? Yeah, sure. I like that shit. Why not try it? The jam and jalapeno? Oh, hell yeah. Let's do that too. I'm pretty sure I had that when it was a special sauce. Yeah, sure. I'll take, 5 and 5 of that. Half this and that. Okay. Here it comes. Here it comes. She brings me a whole tray of mild.
What?
That's it.
That's not what I asked for.
Right? And I'm like, and I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for her to come back because I'm not going to eat it because like this must be somebody else's. But I'm
Yeah.
also thinking to myself, who the fuck goes to Buffalo Wild Wings to just get mild wings?
Yeah.
You get mild wings anywhere. Why would you go to Buffalo Wild Wings to get mild wings?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm fucking watching the kitchen and she's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, she's got 10 seconds before I just have to start eating these because I didn't have all night.
Yeah.
And then so then I ate them, and they were good. I mean, they were okay. They were mild wings. They were good. Like I said, they were meaty, and I had 2 things of blue cheese, which was nice. But what a letdown. Always when you
Yeah.
want it too, when you're like, oh man, yeah, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I haven't been there in
Yeah.
forever. Great.
So
Yeah,
did you say something to her eventually or no?
No, I didn't say shit. And how could you be that clueless that you wouldn't know?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
I mean, dude, I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's always been like this, but maybe when we were younger, we didn't care. But just the quality of people in the food industry, like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because like it's younger people trying to just get a job, or I mean, they're not paying that well. I don't know. I guess you can't really set the bar too high.
You could talk about that all day because obviously you wanted them to take pride in their work, but you could say maybe they're not getting paid enough, so that's why they're not
Right.
giving enough of a shit. But you do have lazy ass kids who don't put forth the work ethic that they should. Like if you're gonna do something, fucking do it right.
Well, of course, but
especially something that like not critical is the word, but something where you're giving people their food. You got to get that shit right. If you're serving customers, you got to do it right.
Oh, I agree, but again, they're making probably fucking $5.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And then because I think they get paid. I don't think they make minimum wage because they get tips.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's actually like I wasn't gonna say anything. What am I gonna get out of saying something to her? Like, hey, by the way, you fucked up.
I mean, just let her know so she is more cognizant of it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, again,
you're gonna
like, what am I gonna get out of it?
Just be like, oh, hey, by the way, I didn't want to bother you. You make it like, you're the nice guy. But hey, I did order this and this, but I ate these. So
I know. I felt like I wasn't gonna get anything out of it other than
you never know, man. They may have took like a couple dollars off or something. Or gave you a free dessert or something cool.
Yeah, I know. They probably would have been like, oh, do you want me to take that off the menu? I'm like, well, after I ate the whole plate of them, I'm like, no, that's okay. You don't have to do that now. However, it really wasn't expensive for 3 guys. It really wasn't. It was like $60 for the 3 of us. So, I mean, that wasn't bad. Anyway,
you just got wings. That's it.
Yeah, just wings. And they got chicken sandwiches and a beer, and that was it. Yeah, nothing crazy. No appetizers.
You got the cheese curds.
Cheese curds are good. They don't make mini corn dogs anymore, right?
They don't?
I don't think so.
I haven't been there in probably like fucking 3 years.
I think my son loved the mini corn dogs.
Yeah.
And then like we went there the one time, like, no, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings to get mini corn dogs. Okay, we went there. They didn't have mini corn dogs anymore. Like, why the fuck wouldn't they have mini corn dogs anymore of all things? Now they have, what is this new shit? They're like chicken dogs or something they call them. I don't even know what they are. They look like hot dog buns with fucking fried chicken in them, slathered with about 50 different sauces.
All right.
That's what it looks like. But maybe it's a deep fried breaded chicken hot dog covered in barbecue sauce or buffalo sauce and blue cheese. I don't know. It's funny. I watched a skit today. I don't know if you've ever seen it. The Saturday Night Live skit called Taco Town. Where they're like, oh, we have this taco and it's a it's a flour tortilla filled with cheese and beef. And then we wrap that in a corn husk filled with vegetarian chili. Can I eat it now? Nope, not until we wrap it in a Chicago style deep dish pizza and deep fry it to a golden brown. Yeah. And that's what it looked like. It was a clusterfuck of food and a hot dog bun. I wasn't going to try it. And that too. If you don't go there that often, I'm going to get wings. Like, oh man, wings sound good right now. Well, Maybe I should have got the fucking chicken dog because maybe they wouldn't have fucked that up.
Yeah, probably not.
That was a letdown. Always when you really want it is when you don't get it. Like I brought this up on the Cube Nerds episode last week when I went because last week I went to get McDonald's when I was on my lunch break, and I go there and they're out of soda.
Oh,
Like what? You're out of soda?
yeah. How the fuck does
Yeah.
that happen?
All we have is juice and water. I'm like, what? I guess give me a water. Okay.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. So then, so then give me the water. And then I'm like, wait, no, I'm going back to the office. I can get water at the office. I go, just don't give me anything. Just, okay, it's $8.29. I'm like, wait, so it's the same price if I'm not getting a soda? He's like, yeah. Do you want the water then?
Well, see that right there is like where limited fucking brain function, you know?
Yeah, that was exactly what it was.
Like I'm sure there's something they could do in the menu to like take it off.
Yeah.
Like, yo, just dude, manually go in there, just take off $2. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. You can clear it out and just say burger, fries, done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't believe it. And then you go, yeah, we have apple juice and water. So what if I said apple juice? Would you have given me like a fucking juice box that you put in my kid's Happy Meal? Is that what I would have gotten?
Yeah.
Absurd. And it's always, again, like I said, what made me think of that is because it's like, oh, McDonald's, there's a McDonald's right here, really would hit the spot. Yeah, no, no soda, dry. I know, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
No.
Don't eat that shit in the first place.
No, I wasn't. Okay. Because hey, I dabble from time to time. I mean, you know me. Growing up, I lived off that shit. I don't do that anymore, but I do treat myself to McDonald's every now and then because McDonald's always hits the spot. However, the trend I am noticing, because I see you tag Domino's and shit on Twitter and stuff. The trend I am seeing is I just think where you live, the food places kind of suck, man.
Well, this is the McDonald's by my job.
Maybe it's a Jersey thing.
An hour and 10 minutes away. Could be a Jersey thing. Domino's got better eventually.
Oh, did it?
I definitely don't eat it as much as I used to, but Domino's got better. Yeah, but I know the Wendy's by me. Did I get? No, I got a burger. I should try the spicy chicken sandwich at the Wendy's by my job and see if it's better than the fucking crispy sheets they throw on the chicken sandwiches by my house.
Oh.
Yeah, garbage.
I actually had Domino's yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Me and the boys had a little football party.
You do hand tossed or deep dish?
So I did 2 large. I did 1 hand toss and 1 thin crust.
Oh really? No deep dish?
No.
See, I'll tell you what.
Their deep dish good?
Their deep dish is excellent. It's like
really?
It's like Pizza Hut, which isn't around anywhere anymore.
Yeah, I know. We have 1. We used to have like 3, but
yeah, we used to hit up that one in Monroe all the time.
Yeah.
Remember when you lost your license plate over there?
Yeah.
Back looking for it.
Yeah.
So we used to get like way long time ago. We used to get the hand tossed because I thought that was just like Domino's deal was the hand tossed, and then I got sick of it. I'm like, I'm gonna try a deep dish, and a deep dish was like blew my mind. And I'm like, oh my god, this is what this shit is supposed to be like. I was like probably 3 weeks in a row. We ordered Domino's like twice a week because we were so hooked on a deep dish pizza.
I might have to order that then.
Yeah, it's just like Pizza Hut.
I love the thin crust. It's good.
I don't think I've ever had Domino's thin crust.
Oh, it's delicious. You should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to eat the whole fucking thing because it's thin, but it is good. And then we got wings because my kids are obsessed with wings. Their wings suck.
Yeah, they had tiny little shit wings.
Oh, God. And they're they fall right off the bone, but like not in a good way. If that makes sense.
Yeah. They melt almost.
Yeah. They're mushy and ugh.
They did too, like the one by me, they talk about the cheesy bread. Yeah. And they're like, oh, our cheesy bread wasn't cheesy enough. I'm pretty sure there's no fucking cheese in it at the Domino's by me.
Yeah.
And then they do have like a jalapeno and bacon cheesy bread, which is actually pretty good. If you really want to fatten yourself up, you dip that in some blue cheese or some ranch dressing.
See, I don't know delicious. Don't get me wrong. I do like Domino's a lot. Love it. It's very convenient. It's like the perfect, your drunk food, It's great. I actually, it's never a bad time for Domino's, right? However, I think Pizza Hut's way better. Just their
I,
pizza, their breadsticks,
oh, the
you know.
Pizza Hut breadsticks are legendary.
Oh, dude, and
They're,
then they
yeah,
even have the like Cinesticks for like dessert. Delicious.
I couldn't tell you
I,
the last time I went to the. Actually, no, I can. The last time I was at a Pizza Hut was one used to be by my house, so probably 11 years ago. It was the last time
yeah,
I had Pizza Hut.
yeah. I had it probably. I had it last year after one of my boys' football games. My wife grabbed it in Middletown. She was on her. I think they were playing up in like Port Jervis or something, so she grabbed it.
Nice.
But dude, it's delicious. I don't know how. Like, what happened here? You know, like how did Pizza Hut just fall
Yeah,
apart like this?
yeah.
You know?
When did Pizza Hut become the secondary? Because to me, Pizza Hut always had it over Domino's.
Yeah,
Because
and I think
Pizza
it's a
Hut.
little. I guess their pizza is similar, but I think the breadsticks put them over the edge.
Oh yeah, but yeah, maybe.
Delicious.
But I was also too. How much more food did Pizza Hut offer? And Domino's. That's why
Yeah, no, it's true.
Domino's isn't Domino's Pizza anymore. It's just Domino's because they have
Yeah,
so much
right.
other
They have
shit.
sandwiches and fucking bowls and
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe they cut costs too because they don't have any physical restaurants.
yeah,
That's an
maybe.
interesting little journey to go down. I wonder if there's a documentary on that one and why. Where
Yeah.
did Pizza Hut go?
Domino's just the marketing king, I guess.
Apparently, because you don't see any Pizza Hut commercials. Couldn't even fucking tell you the last time I saw one of those.
Yeah,
Yep. So it was funny too because Bert actually he listened to our episode and he was telling me to listen to it and he was listening to the NFTs. You know, we were talking about the things nobody wants to hear tournament and how
yeah,
crypto and NFTs won. And then a few minutes later, I ended up actually talking about NFTs and the technology and all about it. So there's shit nobody wants to hear. Well, let me tell you all about it.
yeah.
That was a pretty funny little observation that I didn't even think of.
Fucking NFTs.
Yeah. Because, I mean, taking that into consideration, because that's another thing, like you saw in the notes I wrote down, because I'm constantly thinking, like, okay, where is the groove that we need to be? Should we break it up into segments? Because we're kind of all over the place. We catch up and then we just kind of just talk about, they would just kind of just, what's the word? Fucking rapid fire topics,
Yeah.
and then maybe towards the end we usually catch on a little something and go off. But what should we do it? I mean, I want people to comment too. I want you to go on the Facebook group or comment on this post on YouTube, and I want to hear, like, should we break it out into segments? Should we just cover one topic every show? Should we do maybe half and half, or we start off the first half we talk about? Because the original thing I thought of was first half of the show we talk about nonsense, and then the second half we cover a single topic. Because like you saw the list I have of a whole bunch of individual topics. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what people like, what people want to hear. I think segments always work out pretty good. Like in podcasts, I like listening to. That's what I try to think of too. Is like, all right, what do I like listening to on a podcast? And so what should I get out of that? So
One topic could be tough because like it may sound good on paper, and then we start talking about it. It's like you kind of get all your points across, and it's like, all right, well,
yeah, and I think
now
that's what
what?
happened. Probably like our first or second episode, we were like, yeah, let's talk about a topic, and then we talk about it for like 20 minutes, and we're like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
and then we're done with it, and then we just
yeah,
had to just go off the rails and talk about whatever else. So, yeah, so maybe we'll talk about that off the air, and we'll see what we like to do, and maybe we'll try other things.
yeah,
So, but I want to hear from people too. I want to hear what people like about the show, what they want to hear more of, what they want to hear less of, and how they like their podcasts. What format do you prefer? So yeah, so I guess to run down, let's run down some quick topics, and then we'll play the Rock Versus, which is a game that I hope goes over pretty well because it sounds like fun. But did you see the video of John Taffer pouring a beer?
yes. Talking about to get the carbonation out.
Yeah, this is a few weeks old now, but
Yeah,
for those who haven't seen it, maybe I'll post it. So John Taffer tells you about how the right way to pour a beer. And now I've listened to his book. I mean, I bought his book on Audible and I listened to it. He doesn't read it, unfortunately. Somebody else does, so you don't get the full gist of it. You don't get the full experience. But man, like he knows his shit. He's so smart when it comes to business. I was listening to him on Gary Vee's podcast a long time ago too. He talked about how the type of music you would play in a restaurant to make people chew more so they finish their food faster and then you could get them out and get a new table in faster. So you could turn over more tables. Like, that's interesting shit, like when you think about it, because it's obviously something to think about, you know?
Yeah.
The concept of using different napkins if somebody's been here for the first time, the concept of using different napkins to let waiters know that, okay, these guys have been here the first time. Make sure you give them extra special care so they come back again. Like, he's super smart. He knows
Oh,
his
so if
shit.
I'm a regular customer, I get fucking shit service.
It's funny because that's what I think too. Like, what if I wasn't here for the first time? Because how many times do you go somewhere, they ask you, like, oh, is this your guys' first time
Yeah.
here? Every place asks
You
that.
know what? I'm gonna start saying yes all the time now.
I keep thinking that too. But
Thanks, John Taffer.
I never do that. But yeah, you probably should do that and say, hey, this is the first timer here. Let's really kiss their ass and get them to come back
Yeah.
again. There you go. There's a little tidbit of information, folks. Always tell them it's your first time there, so they kiss your ass.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So what he does is he takes a beer and he goes, the slow way to pour a beer is you turn it like this and you get it down so there's no foam. Like, that's how I've always poured a beer, is tilting it on the side and letting it run down until it's about to spill, and then you tilt it up and there you go. You get a little bit of a head on it. That's what you want. And then what he does is he just fucking cracks open a beer and now a bartender who's in a hurry, this and that. Like, okay, and if you go to the comments, the people rip him apart. Like, okay, well, right there, you said a bartender that's in a hurry. Well, that's a fucking problem. They're not giving me care. So he just dumps the whole beer in there, and you got a beer that's half a fucking mug.
Yep.
Ridiculous. And then he puts a napkin in it, and the beer that was poured, the beer that was poured slow, the beer overflows and goes all over the place because of the carbonation that's in it when you put it. But then he slowly puts a napkin in the other one, and it doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's just such a dumb concept to me. Like, you're getting half of a fucking beer. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I mean, maybe because you want people to drink more flat beer, than.
Well, I guess the carbonation's what, fills you up and makes you kind of feel bloated.
Yeah. Now, I watched a long time ago. There was a live video with Jim Cook, the guy who runs Sam Adams. Shout out to Jim Cook. So it was cracking open these new canned beers. I think it was maybe it was the Wicked Hazy ones or something they were just releasing. And he's cracking these cans open and just flipping them right upside down and putting them in the glass. Like, cracking them open, dumping it out. Like, so there's foam and beer everywhere, and he's just cracking them and dumping it out. I'm like, I mean, this guy knows beer, obviously. But so I was like, is that how you're supposed to do it? You're just supposed to flip the beer upside down and just dump it out in the fucking glass? But then again, it was tons of foam. So I don't know, man. To me, I prefer to slow pour beer and give me more beer and less foam.
Yeah.
All right, we're in agreement.
I agree. That's how I was
on
too. When I saw that video, I was kind of like, what the fuck?
But like I said, he knows his shit, so I don't get it.
You know what? Maybe I'll pour beers like how he suggests a couple times, see if I feel less bloated.
But you know what? I'm not. But then I'm like, what am I gonna have to do? Take 4 or 5 mouthfuls of foam before I get to the beer?
I guess if you wait a couple minutes,
ain't nobody got time for that. If I want a beer, I want it now.
Oh, jeez, well, relax there, you fucking alcoholic. All right, just have some patience. All right.
I want my beer. So 2 weeks ago, too, I mentioned something that I had forgot to say. I was like, oh, there was something, and I forgot what it was. It was after we were talking about Velma being a lesbian and people going off about that. Around that same time, people were talking about Mario's ass in the Super Mario Brothers movie. You saw that one? Yeah, Mario doesn't have so much of a bubble butt, I guess, in the Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming out. And people had some shit to say about that.
Yeah, I saw people like, first this is what they did to Sonic, and now look what they did to Mario.
Yeah, that's what there was. Like, oh, maybe we can bully them into fixing Mario's ass like we did Sonic's eyes. Which, I mean, thank God they did that. Sonic looked like shit.
Because now Sonic looks great. He looks like the one from the video game.
He looks like Sonic.
That first rendition of Sonic,
garbage.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck thought that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And
have
also,
you watched those movies?
My son loves Sonic.
Yeah.
But like doesn't want anything to do with Sonic.
Huh.
He likes the Sonic cartoon. He's watched that a ton. So we one time we put on the movie and we got like halfway through it and my wife and I are like loving it. And he's like, "Can we watch?" Halfway through it, he's like, "Can we watch something else?" Like, no, we're watching this now.
Yeah.
And then we turned it off, where we were going somewhere, so we turned it off, and we just never went back to it. So
Yeah, they're good.
I've never
Both
finished
of
the first
them.
one. I haven't finished the second one. They look awesome.
Both of them very good.
Yeah, that's cool to see.
Yeah.
But kind of like also too, it made me think of Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
Yeah.
Did you see Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
You did? Was it any good?
It was okay. There was enjoyable parts, It's so tough though. Like it's so over the top. Like it's it's not anywhere close to the first one. It's just different. But yeah, it wasn't bad. But
the first one's great.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
they made fucking Lola Bunny like this frumpy fucking, I don't know.
Instead of this sexy ass cartoon bunny.
But like the reasons they do it, it's like why? Like I'd rather you be like, you know what? Well, Lola Bunny has aged, and she stopped going to the gym. I'd like respect that more. But all right, that makes sense.
But is she frumpy, or is she just like wearing a normal basketball uniform?
No, she looks frumpy.
Oh, so you think she put on a few? That's what they did.
Yeah, she put on a few. They took away her curves. They made her more boxy looking. She's frumpy, and she wears a long jersey now. And
long shorts, no short shorts, no.
And dude, part of her thing, she looked a certain way, and it kind of got the other team's attention. Now they're distracted, and
I think that happened in the first one, right?
Yeah.
I know. Now you take that card away.
It's a strategy thing. Now they don't care.
It is so silly because it's a fucking cartoon.
Exactly.
I mean, again,
who the fuck was getting offended by that?
Yeah, I don't know. But then the people that go off it's funny because both arguments are ridiculous. Like, it's stupid to change it because it's a fucking cartoon rabbit. Right. But then everybody who's flipping out about them changing it is like, it's a fucking cartoon rabbit.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't lose sleep over it. But
yeah,
I do. I basically my reaction was like, oh, that's fucking stupid, and then just continued.
Exactly, and then the day went on. Yeah, it's exactly the case. And some people flip out about shit like that, but it makes no sense. I know, dumb that they did it, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yep. So other things too. Do you want to watch some trailers?
What do you got?
Let's watch. I want to do some reaction videos. Let's like we did last time we talked. Let's watch the trailer for Pooh, Blood and Honey, which is the Winnie the Pooh horror movie that's coming out.
I've heard about this. This is a go though. This is really happening.
Oh yeah, bro! It went into production. Like, I'm pretty sure before Winnie the Pooh became a public domain property. As the character of there's the Disney version, or I don't know if it's the Disney version, but is like him with the T-shirt and Tigger and all those characters, those like those characteristics of those characters are owned by I think Disney. I don't know, whoever owns them, but the actual character of Winnie the Pooh is now public domain. So those characteristics are owned by someone else, but the character Winnie the Pooh is owned by, or is now public domain. So anybody can do whatever they want with it.
Gotcha.
So here we have the trailer for Pooh, Blood and Honey, which was announced like the second fucking it became public domain. I can hardly hear this over your TV.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Ooh, Piglet. We were friends for many years. I'm allowed.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
I really need to find out what's happening.
So that's Christopher Robin with his girlfriend in the woods. They've been abandoned by Christopher Robin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pooh just snapped her neck.
Pooh's been working out.
but they're so like it's such like
Oh,
they're such crude rubber masks,
yeah.
Like this is gonna make money simply on its name.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're supposed to be evolved versions of the actual characters, but they're blatantly just guys in rubber masks like serial killers.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
We used to be friends. Why have you turned this, Steve? I would have never left that sweater, I swear.
there's Pooh and Piglet.
Oh,
Yeah, Pooh,
jeez.
Blood and Honey. Yeah, there's fucking Piglet and Pooh. Yeah, it just who comes up with this shit? Like, is this necessary?
No, not at all. But
Like,
again, like you said, it's so outrageous, and it's got that name, so
Yeah.
it'll get attention. It'll
yeah,
it'll
exactly.
make money.
That's exactly the case. Yeah. There is also a Grinch horror movie coming out. Let's see. Is there now? There's just re-edits of the original movie that make it look like a horror movie. But let's see. I have a link to the article about it. So let's see. Grinch horror movie, the mean one, coming this Christmas. The slasher parody will stream for free beginning December 15th. Another Grinch film, yada, 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 yada. Director Stephen Lamorte, from the script by Flip and Finn Kama, The Mean One parodies The Grinch by tweaking many of the story's key details. Rather than Whoville, the creature lives on a mountain overlooking the town of Fraser Park. Young Cindy You-Know-Who is orphaned after the Grinch kills her parents, and 20 Christmases later, she returns to Fraser Park in search of closure, only to learn that the monster's bloodlust hasn't faded. Come on. I don't care.
That's too much.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's goofy.
That's ridiculous. Come on. What are we doing here? We're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
I love the Grinch too. Have you seen the newer cartoon one?
The animated one, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
The more I watch the movie one, the more I like it.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I didn't like it because it felt very dragged out. But then the cartoon one is good too. I like how it looks. Yeah, they're just they're Christmassy. They're fun.
Yeah, we're almost at that time.
Yep.
Those are gonna be on nonstop.
Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey are thawing out as we speak.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny, man. Like, time flies because I watched Santa Claus not starting Thanksgiving night. Santa Claus will be on fucking once a day in my house. Yeah,
man, I know you're so into Christmas.
Love it, dude. I can't get enough. And it's the same rotation of movies, like Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus, The Grinch, all that stuff.
I used to do that. I used to take all of my Christmas movies when I had them on VHS when I was a kid. I used to take them all out and would just have Christmas movie marathons for myself. I was like Jingle All the Way,
Yep.
Home Alone, Flintstones Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm trying to think what else I had, but yeah, that I would do that.
No, it's great. But it's funny, every time I put Santa Claus on, I'm like, holy fuck, I feel like I just watched this. Because the years just fly by now,
Exactly. A year went by like it was yesterday. Oh man. Don't even get me started on that shit. Christmas Story 2 comes out, I think December 15th, maybe. Like the sequel to A Christmas, because there's been a Christmas there. So there was A Christmas Story, which we all know and love, that fucking runs 24 hours. And then there was a semi-sequel. It was originally called All in the Family. And then they changed it to My Summer Story. And it's actually a sequel to A Christmas Story.
Really?
And it came out in 1992. The same guy who narrates A Christmas Story narrates this one.
Yeah.
It's about, Ralphie and his brother and his dad, and they go fishing and stuff. And he has these tops that he fights against, other kids. Like they play spinning tops, but it's the same house. It's the same everything. The Bumpus's dogs are, the Bumpuses are in it.
Yeah.
So it's
Huh.
it's a sequel that like nobody knows about to A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. And then they came out with actually A Christmas Story 2, which had like Daniel Stern in it, who plays Marv from Home Alone. And then another kid, Ralphie was like maybe a teenager or something. Maybe he was like 16, 17 in the movie. I never saw it, but that was out. And then now they're coming out with, I forget what the name of it is. I think it's just like The Christmas Story or something instead of A Christmas Story, where now it's the literal sequel where Ralphie is all grown up and now it's his time to tell the story.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah, so that'll be out this Christmas. Next week, too, will be a Halloween episode, too. You down on Halloween?
No, I am not, because we got to go trick or treating, and my buddy Phil's family is actually coming out to stay with us for a week.
Oh, okay. Are they doing a Halloween week?
Yeah, his wife and kids. Yep.
Okay.
So they'll be here for a week. They're gonna trick or treat with us, and
that's cool. All right. Yeah, I know. We'll see how things go. Maybe we'll squeeze in a Cube Nerds episode. I know Scott's always on standby, so I say I wish I could do podcast every day of the week or multiple days of the week because I'd have the Cube Nerds running weekly as well. But it's like the only day anything really can go down. So yeah, so that'll all right. So then we'll do that if need be, because I know we'll see how it goes. Because we always throw like a block party on Halloween and it gets super fucking busy around here. But it's only supposed to go till 7. So we'll see how that goes. But so because one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my big blow up movie screen. Maybe I'm gonna try to find a place where I can blow it up and just have a movie playing outside. Maybe not even sound, but maybe sound, because I did buy a speaker. Bought a speaker for I think it was $150 on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
With those electronic deals that we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it did have the deal where, hey, you could pay in 4 payments using PayPal. So PayPal like gives you some kind of like credit card you can use.
Yeah.
And like you only use what you pay or something, or you only spend what you pay, and then everything puts it back. So when I signed up for that and it gave me the card, somehow I still checked out normally and just ended up paying the full amount anyway.
Yeah, I saw that in the notes, and it just made me laugh because the button can get confusing. When I bought my thing, it was what was it called? Affirm, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there's
it depends. Like every product, it depends, I guess, on the product or the seller on Amazon what they offer.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my JBL thing. I think I paid like 5 monthly installments of like $60 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was fucking pissed. I'm like, okay, now I just spent it all at the same time. I'm like, oh, what was the fucking point of doing all that? So I can set it up, but I can still do it without using it? It was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that blew out the window. It defeated the whole purpose of it.
Well, now you have it. So
and I got it anyway. Hopefully it's a decent enough speaker. Maybe we'll put it to the test on Halloween. Looks pretty good, though. It's bigger. It's a fucking decent sized speaker instead of like something like this I've been using. We shall see. Problems about New York Comic Con. I don't feel like talking about that. Kelsey Grammer. He must live around my town. You know who Kelsey Grammer is, right?
Yeah, Frasier.
Yeah. Yep, Frasier. He was also Beast in X-Men 3. He must live around here because he has his own beer. And he does like beer tastings and stuff. He did a beer tasting at Black Bear, right? And then he actually just played in a golf tournament at Wild Turkey at Crystal Springs to benefit law enforcement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's funny. I haven't bumped into him yet, but yeah, he must live around here, man, because it comes up constantly. Like, oh yeah, Kelsey Grammer was doing this at Crystal Springs. Kelsey Grammer was in ShopRite Liquors promoting his beer. Kelsey Grammer was at the other golf course doing a taste test with his beer. Like, oh wow, that's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a cool thing. We bump into him one time. So 2 other trailers. One of them dropped today. One of them dropped last week. Did you see the trailer for Creed 3 yet?
Yeah, I did.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yep.
Cause I knew there was gonna be another just based off.
You got your echoing is going on a lot.
I don't know. I haven't done anything different.
It's so weird. I know you haven't even moved, but it's like echoey and it's loud and crackly. I don't fucking know, man. No, it's worse. What'd you do? No.
What about now?
There's not as much crackling, but there's some echoing.
Jesus.
What is it? Is it just plugged in?
Yeah.
Try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Oh my God! What the hell? I don't know what that is. See, so it went away when you unplugged it. See, we're good. And now we plug it back in. You're muted, so we'll see what happens. There you go.
How is it?
All better.
See, but now I'm on the external microphone. Hang on.
Okay.
How is it now?
Now it sounds better. The quality is better, and we've got no crackling.
All right. Well, I guess I fixed it.
I don't know. Oh, wait, a little crackling. No, we're good.
All right.
All right. So yeah, so you liked it?
So yeah, so I knew
it's back.
Jesus Christ. I don't hear anything.
I know. That's what happens with mine. If it sounds bad, it's like you never know until somebody else can hear it.
How about now if I'm back here?
Nope, same shit.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, man.
All right,
I don't know how that happens. It's a pain in the ass, this equipment and shit.
All right. Does this sound bad?
It doesn't sound bad. No, I can
This
still
is-
hear you okay.
This is the external microphone, I guess, on the laptop.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds okay. It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound as clear as the other one, but yeah, I don't know why the fuck that happens, man. I don't know.
So, yeah, anyway, I knew they were going to make a third one because they like talked about it immediately. Like, I think Sylvester Stallone, in Creed 2, he kind of had like his goodbye there.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think he came out immediately and said like, "Oh, the Creed series is going to continue. I'm just not going to be part of it."
Yep.
But like you're thinking, like, where are they going now? Like what's there left to do? But it seemed like they found something.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it is it seems like it's doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like fucking Rocky 3, but now it's Creed 3,
Yep.
So yeah, so I like that he's got a buddy coming back from kind of a tale as old as time. His buddy takes the rap firm or something, and now he feels like he owes him. But it turns out that his buddy's not that. I've seen that shit happen in fucking real life. That's how old that is. But yeah, so I mean, but again, that's cool, and it's the dude who plays Kang. I forget his fucking name. Oh, so speaking of that, yeah. So I forget his name, but yeah, but he's in it. He's jacked as fuck too. But yeah, looks like it's just a cool storyline. The action looks good. But with tons of boxing it as expected. Yeah, it looks intriguing. I'm glad that it looks like now it has nothing to do with Rocky, which is good. No. So yeah, so that same dude is going to be in Ant-Man 3. He plays Kang the Conqueror. He showed up first in the Loki TV series. The Ant-Man 3 trailer just dropped this afternoon.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Want to watch it?
Sure.
Pick them up. Let's see. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania. This is an odd-ass trailer because there's so much... Like, the whole fucking movie looks like it was definitely done. Like, they're probably not even wearing... They're probably wearing just green suits with green screens all around.
Oh.
Like, that's it.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
It's funny that guy has a role. He was in I Think You Should Leave. Guy got super famous from one skit.
Deep space, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
hilarious
Sending
guy.
a
But now
signal
he's got a little
down to
scene in
quantum realm.
Ant-Man.
Turn it off. Now.
So all hell breaks loose. They recast Ant-Man's daughter, and then now she designed something that sucks everybody into the quantum realm. So the whole movie looks like it takes place in the quantum realm, which is just fictionalized, computer-generated, fucking shape-shifting planets, and I don't know who any of these people are.
It's a secret universe beneath ours.
Why they got to
Nope.
recast the daughter? The original actress couldn't fucking partake.
I have no idea.
There's something I never told
The Elton John tune is awesome though.
This place. It isn't what you think.
My future lies in a big room. Bill Murray.
Get you home. And
See-
give you more time. If you help me,
Here he is.
so what's it gonna be?
Kang the Conqueror. It looks like he's ripped right from the comic pages, man. The look on your face tells a story all in itself.
Yeah, I was not impressed by that.
No? I
Nah,
think it looks cool. It's, you know what it is? It looks cool, but it's so there's so much going on to it. So many different fucking characters and bug creatures, and the visuals are nuts. They're on like a wacky planet, then they're on a regular planet. I don't know what the hell is going on with it, but I don't know. Looks fun. Looks cool. Kang is in it, who's going to be a really big deal. He's the villain in the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So there's all that going on, which is cool. So
when's
yeah.
the next Avengers movie supposed to come out?
2024,
Who the hell is going to play everyone?
maybe. Of all the new Avengers, except maybe Doctor Strange. There's probably Thor, Doctor Strange, Hulk. It'd be cool if they did She-Hulk, if She-Hulk was in it.
The new
and then I don't know.
Captain America.
Yeah, Sam Wilson will be Captain America. Maybe the Thunderbolts will be in it, which is all the bad guys from the previous movies. They're getting their own movie. Harrison Ford is replacing William Hurt as General Ross from the Incredible Hulk and from Civil War. So now it's going to be Harrison Ford, who may turn into Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts movie. And then yeah, he'll be there. And yeah, I mean, then it's all the other characters that are, getting their own movies now. Ironheart, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel. I mean, they'll be there. I don't think the Guardians will be there. I think the Guardians are done after Guardians 3. But yeah, there's Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. So I don't know if that's 2024 or 2025. And then there's another Avengers movie called what the fuck's it called? Something about multiverse. Oh, Secret Wars. Avengers Secret Wars, which if they take it from the most recent Secret Wars comic book, was a planet called Battle World that was broken up into all of these different sections of all different universes that were all on one planet. So like Doctor Doom ruled the whole world, and he had a bunch of Thors as like his bodyguards. And then there was a Marvel Zombies, section. There was an Old Man Logan, Old Man Wolverine section, like Logan section. All these different, universes on one planet. And if they do that, it's all different multiverses, and who the hell knows. But excited to see it. Again, somebody said, I wish they could. I don't know if this is the analogy somebody made, but this is what I feel like. So maybe it was what somebody said. Everything after Endgame feels like the 2 seasons of The Office after Michael left.
Yeah.
Like, it's still going, but I just don't care as much.
No.
There's
Those, you want to talk about something peaking. Holy shit. I mean, you can't top those.
You didn't watch the last 2 seasons, you said, right?
Oh, no. I'm talking about peaking Marvel.
Oh,
like
Avengers. Yeah.
Like Infinity War and Endgame. It's like.
Yeah. I can't see it topping that.
No.
You know, the whole build up and everything like that was the culmination of it all. Where do
Yeah.
you go from there? I don't know.
Right.
But, you know, but I guess we'll see because they have tons of stuff in the chamber. They're introducing all new characters. Even that, I mean, the TV shows is what they focus on a lot.
Yeah.
Like whatchamacallit, I couldn't get into Moon Knight. I didn't even watch Ms. Marvel. She-Hulk was great, though. She-Hulk was excellent. New Daredevil show's coming back. So even though Daredevil's in She-Hulk too.
Oh.
Yeah, you must have a mic right there because you scratching your arm just made some crackling. Yep. How about that?
That must
Nope,
be
there
what
it is.
it is.
Yep, I can hear you so much more.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. Oh yeah, there it is.
So this sounds better than the fucking podcast mic.
I get it. The podcast mic sounds better, but I don't know why it was crackling and shit like that. I think again, I don't know if maybe you got two. I don't know if the two mics are too close together at some point, but it happened when you sat back too. I don't fucking know.
Well, the thing is, when I put the blue snowball or whatever the fuck it's called on, it's like selecting that, and I think it's turning this off. You know,
maybe, but yeah, then I don't know why it's crackling. That was weird. All right, so we've talked for an hour. Let's play the Rock versus.
Let's do it.
Let's find my list if I have it. So I got a couple people. We'll see. A largemouth bass. What? So I got this idea from when you texted me, and I actually tweeted this out on the Mind Your Effing Business Twitter account, where you were like, "Who the fuck is Black Adam, and why am I only hearing about him now because The Rock's playing him?"
Yeah.
And that's when I told you that, well, he's this guy, you know, he's the only guy The Rock could play. And you're like, maybe The Rock should just sit out a few plays.
Yeah, seriously.
Because The Rock does fucking everything.
Dude.
The Rock has been trying to play Black Adam since 2006. No, since 2006. So, like, I think it's been like 16 years that he's been trying to get Black Adam made. Like in an interview for Southland Tales, he talks about it. And this was fucking 16 years ago. You're like, holy shit. And then now it's out. But yeah, The Rock is like so beloved by everyone. And he's got his hand in everything. The XFL, Young Rock, the TV show, all the fucking movies he does. He's got the something about the territories fucking documentary series now on Vice. The Rock is just tequila, right? Fucking energy drinks.
His clothing brand.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Under Armour shit.
Bro,
he's fucking got his hand in everything.
See, I loved him. I absolutely loved him, right? And I do think like he's still like if you like hung out with him and like got a workout in with him, I'm sure he's great. But like, dude, how much do you fucking love yourself? Like, just stop. Like again, hand in everything. And dude, I don't begrudge anyone trying to make money, but it's like, bro, how much do you need? Holy shit! And like everything you fucking see, it just has to be about him. And nothing was more cringeworthy than the NFL shit.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, because I feel like that seemed to be the turning point for you.
Yes, that's when he like completely jumped the shark. I'm like, all right, dude, like, and he made it about him, like, oh, you know, my dream of making the NFL died, but now here I am. It's like, bro, you're still not in the NFL. Like, you're doing you're cutting a promo on the field before the game. It was the weirdest, most forced thing ever. It didn't belong. Like, again, I love The Rock. I love wrestling, the promo thing, that's cool, but it doesn't belong on a football field. They can be separate. They don't have, you know. And then
what about that BMF title he did for fucking UFC?
Yeah, exactly. Like that. He has to like inject himself into fucking everything. And it doesn't apply. Like, dude, you don't have an MMA background. Like, dude, and this is one thing I can tell you. Not that I'm in MMA, but I do take jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing it for 2 years now. And then a little bit of a boxing background. Like, I'm telling you right now, The Rock looks awesome. Dude, I know 170 pounders that I train jiu-jitsu with that would fucking whoop his ass. Like, just destroy him, like embarrass him. Like, straight up, you know? Like, so my point is, why is he handing out this BMF title? Like, dude, come on. You have no background.
I didn't even know what that was to promote. Because everything's to promote something.
It's to promote himself. That's all he does. He promotes himself. Yeah, it's the energy drink. No, dickhead, it's you. Because everyone's like, oh, it's The Rock's energy drink. I don't even know the fucking name of it. I forget.
And then you have it. And
fucking terrible.
But I've never even had it before.
Then they invited him back for like the season opener this year. He had like a little. Granted, he wasn't on the field, but he did like a little promo on TV like before the game starts. Like, dude, enough of this fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's not a former NFL player. Like, just stop, dude. Holy shit.
Let's see, 300. See, now, do you think that all stems from him because that's what you're supposed to do? You got to market yourself, and then everything else
Bro,
follows. Is he a
dude,
new
everyone
generation of
knows who the
celebrity?
fuck he is. I mean,
Well,
Jesus
now they
Christ.
do
Bro,
because he
they've known
fucking
for
chills himself
fucking
out.
they've known for fucking at least 5 years now. I mean, everyone. Look at his Facebook, his Instagram followers.
I was just gonna say 343 million on Instagram.
Dude, there's not that many people in the fucking world. No, I'm joking, obviously. But dude, I think there's like 330 million people in the US. I think that's the number.
Well, there you go. The whole world loves The Rock.
Right. This guy-
16.6 million followers on Twitter.
Yeah, Instagram is what he's got. He's got more followers on Instagram than the United States has people.
Well, there is a whole other world out there.
No, I know. It's wild, dude. Like you
It
can
is.
look
It's
at that and be
wild.
like, everyone in America follows this guy.
Yeah. All right. So maybe this game won't go over as well as I thought it would because
Well,
it's
and then
really
another gripe I got with him, what we talked about, like over COVID. This guy was like during the beginning of the pandemic. This guy was losing his mind. He couldn't. So now he's promoting himself through his fucking kids, and like, dude,
Yeah.
like that's where he started to like sour on me, and then the
Yeah.
Super Bowl was the overtime. Because, dude, we all have fucking kids, right? Some stuff with your family should just stay with your family.
Well, that's what's got to be relatable.
I have moments, yeah, but dude, I don't need to fucking relate to you because, bro, we don't relate. We're not relatable. The Rock, you could just tell how busy he is. He doesn't see his kids a lot. I'm telling you that right now. And if you think he does, you're fucking very naive. There's just no way. Dude, the guy's fucking traveling here. He's traveling there. He's on set for however fucking long, doing this. And that I know that's part of the business.
He's in the gym all the fucking time.
But then he had to be right. You don't see many fucking videos of him and his fucking kids doing anything now, right? Because he's busy. He's not with them. But when he's with them, he had to put everything up. It's like, oh, I got to prove to you guys I'm a good. Like, dude, I don't put I have great moments with my kids. And it's not on fucking Instagram. It's no one's business but me and my kids. I don't need to fucking promote myself as a good father to you guys. You know why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. If my kids think I am, that's all that matters.
See, it started initially, he was making like the Monaritas, and like his kids would show up in the videos when he was making like during quarantine. He was making it's like that kind of shit I didn't mind because like okay,
but then he has them doing pranks. But like, bro, that's not in the heat of the moment. You're fucking
that's what I'm saying.
That's stage. You're telling them to do it again. Like, come on,
yeah.
dude. Why don't
that's
you just
the shit where I'm like,
you and your wife have a good laugh about it. You enjoy to laugh with your kids. You got to fucking blurt it all over the fucking social media.
I keep falling for this because they keep telling him to close his eyes and fucking smash peanut butter in his face.
Fucking
like, come on, bro. I don't know who's falling for that. I mean, of course everybody's like, this is so adorable, Rock, because that's what it's about.
Of course.
But else is like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's the name of the game now,
There's no one like him. He's like over the top. Everywhere you look, he's fucking involved in this, involved in that. It's like, dude, enough. Jesus Christ. We know who the fuck you are. God damn. Just fucking go away for a little bit.
Take a nap. Chill out, man. Relax.
Exactly, yeah. Take a vacation. Jesus Christ.
You've earned it.
It's just too much, man. And it takes a lot for me to say because, dude, I did love him,
Yeah. So, all right.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, so the Rock Versus is a game, like I said, where I thought about when we talked about that, of saying like, let's say the Rock is in a beef with, because again, the Rock had his beef with Vin Diesel, right? So the Rock is in a beef with somebody because everybody loves the Rock, but how far does that go? So the Rock is in a beef. You don't know what the beef is. You just know the Rock is beefing with somebody, and you have to pick a side. So who side do you take between the Rock and somebody else? It also kind of came to me. So the first one I had on the list, simple softball, is John Cena. If let's say that, I mean, because John Cena and the Rock were really beefing, who do you take?
Well, see, now for all the bad shit I just said about the Rock, I still have loyalty to him. So in that matchup, I am going to take the Rock.
See, now you say loyalty to him because what, as a wrestling fan?
Just because we've been through a lot together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, because when they were beefing kind of for real, and then they turned it into money at WrestleMania, I picked John Cena. I wanted to see, as much as I'm a huge Rock fan, was a huge Rock fan in wrestling. He was the greatest. When it was John Cena against The Rock, John Cena tore him up in promos. John Cena did so much better than him in promos, and John Cena's saying, "Look, I've been here," because The
Yeah.
Rock was on top for 4 years.
Yep.
It seems like it was a super long time, but it was really like him and Austin were on top really only 3-4 years.
Well,
That's
there
it.
you go. That just shows kind of more of my point. Like, he had to come back to like WWE because again, he like has to have the spotlight on him. And I see where you're going with this, and I kind of do agree. Now, I wasn't so into wrestling at that time, so it was easy for me to be like, "Oh, I picked The Rock" because that's what I'm familiar with. But
Yeah,
I do agree with what Cena's saying. Like, yeah, bro, I've been here. Like, I'm here doing the work. I'm doing the fucking house shows. I'm doing all this shit. I'm traveling. The Rock's fucking showing up whenever he wants.
yep.
And like everyone knew if he gets the belt, which he did, he's going to be, he's not
Yeah.
going to fucking be here.
Gone
But
for
you
the
want
entire
to
year.
you want to see your champ every week,
Yep. Yeah, and that's why to me I was like, I'm a wrestling fan above a Rock fan. And
Right.
as a wrestling fan, I want John Cena to kick his ass. And
Yeah.
then John Cena lost. And I was like, fuck this. What the
Yep.
I mean, I guess I really wasn't like fuck this because it's The Rock. I didn't really care that much. But, it was a bummer because it just shows you like, okay, well, was Cena wrong all this time? The
Yeah.
Rock was still better than Cena. That fucking bummed me out. Even though Cena has now taken back all the things he said, because Cena is now more of an actor than than a
But you know
wrestler.
what
Just
though?
like The Rock.
But Cena put his time in. Like,
Yeah.
and hey, look,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to begrudge The Rock because obviously the guy's wildly talented and he had an opportunity to go do what he did, and now he's the fucking highest grossing actor like of our time and blah blah blah. But Cena had what, like a 15-year run?
Yeah.
I mean, there was
10, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, about I think it was 12.
Whatever it was. I mean, there was nothing really left for him to do. Like, I mean, he
Yeah.
he
Oh, yeah.
accomplished everything. So then he went.
Yep. All right. So next, probably another softball compared to The Rock, but when he was beefing with Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel kind of annoys me. So, and I
The Rock.
felt
Easy one.
at the time, I felt like Vin Diesel was being petty. Like he was like, I don't know. But I see, I'm trying to see like Vin Diesel's side too, because like
I know.
they started up this whole franchise.
That's like
It was
how I
their
felt about it.
core. It was their core, and then this guy comes in, and you know what? Fucking Vin Diesel's gripes, probably the same gripe I have. Like, man, this motherfucker got to make everything about him,
Because he The Rock put out that video of like him and the crew on the Fast and the Furious, like, hey, I love the crew, and Vin
Yeah.
Diesel, fuck you, because you don't like the crew. And it's like, okay, I mean, The Rock looking out for the little man, I mean, that's cool. But then it's also like, yeah, man, but you're kind of coming in and taking over when they've been doing this shit for a while already.
Yeah, absolutely. So I could kind
Yeah.
of see where Vin
But I
Diesel.
still, in that case, if I had to pick a side, I'm still picking The Rock over Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no, me too.
So the next I have over who, I mean, I guess it seems more blatant now that I say it out loud, but as a bigger action star, him beefing with Arnold.
Huh.
Who would you pick?
I don't know. You know what? I was never like I like Arnold. I don't dislike him, but I was never like the biggest Arnold fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess I'd have to pick The Rock again.
Pick The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because now that kind of ties back to the loyalty from being a wrestling fan.
Yeah. See, like if I grew up like in the era of like Arnold the bodybuilder, like he probably would have been my guy because he looked awesome. But
and now The Rock looks awesome.
Yeah, but I kind of caught Arnold in like Twins, Kindergarten Cop era.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's funny.
Like where I'm sure he still looked awesome, but he wasn't walking around shirtless, and those aren't like my
Terminator
favorite
2,
movies.
not Terminator 1.
Yeah.
All right, let's say this was probably another easy one. Steve Austin.
Oh, dude, I'm riding with Stone Cold all day. Holy fuck!
I know.
That's
You ever watched Young Rock at all?
Nah.
There's a wrestler named Luke Hawks, and he actually played Stone Cold in the show.
Yeah, I saw like pictures that they took,
Yeah.
like on
Yeah,
Rock.
they actually show the clip of not the clip, but they reenact, The Rock meeting him for the first time and
Yeah.
stuff like that, where he talks about, hey, yeah, kid, I'm probably gonna get fired from here in about a month. So back when he was doing the Ringmaster,
Yeah.
and then they kind of jump forward in a little bit of him cutting the Austin 316 promo, but it's Luke Hawks, with the goatee and shit like that, dressed as Stone Cold, and it was pretty funny. But he puts over Austin fucking huge. But yeah, you know what? Absolutely, I love everything about Austin. He seems like he's a fucking super cool, down to earth dude.
And look what he's doing in his retired life, right? He found his niche, but he's not over the top, dude. You come see him. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't that funny how it's almost like their characters are their real lives? Austin is a country boy that keeps to himself, and he hunts and he fucking drives his quad on Broken Skull Ranch. And The Rock is Mr. Flashy movie star,
I guess, but I don't know, man. I feel like the Rock just forces himself on you. Where Stone Cold kind of hey, if you like me, come hang out.
Yeah,
come see me.
That's true. Yeah, there's no getting away from The Rock, and Austin is just kind of flying under the radar now.
But I seek out to see what Austin's doing. You know? Where I don't have to seek out what The Rock's doing because he's gonna fucking tell me about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, this like I said, it's not gonna go over as much now. How about Taz?
Dude, I'm so down on Taz, man. Dude, I thought he was fucking great, man. But then the stuff I hear about how he was in the locker room, that fucking nosedive his career took. He got all fucking out of shape and then he's a fucking know-it-all. And now when he talks tough on Twitter, it rubs me the wrong way. It's dude, what are you 50 now and you're fat? Shut up, dude. No one's intimidated anymore.
And when he turned his back on the Jets, that was the last straw.
Oh, dude, that is just that's fucking insanity. Complete insanity. You don't do that. The fucking kids do that shit.
And turned his back on the Jets to be a Bills fan.
Yeah, that's pathetic. And then what annoys me is then he rides that whole they're the only team in New York thing. It's dude, shut the fuck up. Were you saying that for the fucking 30 years you were a Jet fan? You clown.
Yeah.
Also, too, someone pointed this out, and I fucking love it. Do you know where the Buffalo Bills play? Do you know what city they play in?
They play in Canada now.
Well, no, they don't. No, they played in Canada a couple times, but
okay.
They play in Orchard Park.
Where's Orchard Park?
It's in upstate New York. It's near Buffalo. Orchard Park, where they play, is 11 miles from City Hall of Buffalo. MetLife Stadium, where the Jets play and the Giants play, is 11 minutes from City Hall, Manhattan.
There's no fucking way you're getting to City Hall in Manhattan in 11 minutes from MetLife Stadium.
Well, dude, on a fucking Sunday, sure you are.
Maybe. I don't know.
Bro, it's
but I see where you're getting at.
We're not factoring fucking traffic here. We're talking about miles,
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't have that argument.
Well, I'm sorry. It might not be minutes. It might be miles. It is miles. It's 11 miles, right? So
what's the fucking difference?
But they play in Orchard Park. They're technically not the Buffalo Bills. If we want to get this whole you're not the New York Jets. Shut the fuck up. Enough. You talk to someone who lives in East Rutherford, right? Let's say we invited someone on this podcast from East Rutherford, born and raised, right? Mm-hmm. And then we brought someone in from Buffalo. And then we did this podcast, and I don't know, we broadcasted it out to just people in California. And you go, which one of these guys is from New York? Who are they going to tell you? Who are they going to tell you?
The Jersey guy and his accent is definitely going to be the guy.
Yeah, because, dude, North Jersey, New York City. I feel like everyone, Orange County to probably Central Jersey out to Connecticut. We all are similar people. All talk the same type of foods.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the guy from fucking Buffalo talking about his pop and his
what's the difference?
Weird lingo. So
see, that's where that's where it's different. I know, and if he's from Brooklyn, like Jersey is so much more like fucking Brooklyn than Buffalo is
Yeah,
like
and
Brooklyn.
also too, dude, you fucking grew up here. You probably went to a bunch of Jet games and shit. You're not going to fucking Bills games. It's fucking 6 hours away.
I know.
Ah, dude, yeah, fuck Taz. Fuck Taz. Go Rock.
The president.
Just any president or the current president?
Well,
The current president, I'd fucking pick fucking, I don't know, anyone over him. Fucking guy.
Now, what if it was Trump?
Oh, I'm still going Rock. I don't fucking care about them. I don't care about these politicians, you know.
That's what it was. I was going to start out with just the president in general. Yeah, let's say it doesn't matter who
Well,
the
I guess it
president
does. I
is.
shouldn't even ask that. It really doesn't matter. I would side with the Rock.
Yeah. And maybe one day the Rock will finally fucking
See,
be
and
the
I
president,
thought he would
and
be a
it'll
good
all come
president.
full circle.
But dude, he'll be on the podium pushing his fucking tequila and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
dude, come on. You're the
He'll be
fucking
having
president now.
glasses of Terramana at the fucking podium
Yeah.
during a press conference, like
Oh God.
holding it up like he does it. Did you see him look? Do you see him at the fucking Shazam red carpet with like a bottle of Terramana in his hand? And like he's like
dude.
cheers in the crowd with like a glass with ice in it of fucking tequila. Like who's walking around with this glass for him to use? What
This
if he
fucking
drops it? What if it breaks? What if
This
it
fucking shill. That's who. This guy.
his clothes too, man? I mean, I'm sure he's trendy as fuck, but wearing like this red suit with no shirt under it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I was jacked as fuck like that too, I'd probably walk around wearing as little as possible too. But he wears these high water fucking pants.
Yeah,
I don't know. Sucks. I don't want to badmouth The Rock because I fucking love The Rock, and he's probably legit the coolest dude ever. But I
He
know,
ain't fucking listening.
yeah. Don't worry, he's. Don't worry, he don't fucking mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, what about Jesus?
You
Jesus
can't say
Christ.
goddamn on the air.
We should have a tally for all the major league references we do. What about The Rock versus Jesus Christ?
Oh God, what are you trying to send me to hell here? Come on. Dude, I want to make it to the podcast 2 weeks from now, right? I gotta side with JC. I feel like we're setting ourselves up for failure. You might be flying solo on this podcast if I say anything else.
Oh, so The Rock ain't listening, but Jesus is?
Jesus is everywhere. That's what I was taught.
All right, lastly, I had the Jets, but
oh, come on, dude. Oh wait, Jets are beefing with The Rock? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the Rock versus the Jets.
Oh, dude, come on. I'm going Jets all the way.
I know. That's like I said. I plan on this going much differently if all the love for The Rock was still there, but
well, dude, I think I still gave The Rock the edge in a majority of these matchups.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I know because we talked. It's definitely been trending downward for a while. Where we're texting each other like, "Yo, this motherfucker is up at 2:00 in the morning, making fucking giant loaves of bread as fucking French toast with the tequila infused almonds, tequila infused syrup.
Awesome, right? He's got the fucking French toast. He's got everything, and he's like, "Oh, and then let me get my drink here." It's like, oh, come on, you ruined it. The fucking French toast looks great. I was all on board, and then I gotta sip on this. Like,
There's fucking Terramana infused almonds, Terramana infused fucking whipped cream. Everything's in Tupperwares because his chef has made it all organic and special and whatever.
Yeah, like, dude, just give it a rest.
Yeah. 2:00 in the morning, he's got 2 loaves of bread as his fucking cheat meal for French toast. And you fucking prick. Come on, Rock. Just relax a little bit. That's all we're asking.
Yeah. Fucking guy.
He ain't listening. Shit. Yeah, Black Adam in theaters now.
Yeah.
Apparently getting. I don't know. I want to see it because I want to see it for myself because the
reviews.
I see
like critics are destroying it, but then the audience score is like through the roof.
Yeah.
But that's
because,
probably
again,
like
you don't know.
People are like, it's The Rock. We'll just look the other way. This movie is shit.
That's exactly it.
Man,
I heard he's
tequila,
the best part about it. Yeah, I wonder how much tequila is fucking drank in it.
Oh, bro, dude, that would be fucking hilarious, man. If like there's a scene somewhere where he's like fighting and they go through a bar and he like picks up a bottle of that,
Yeah,
this would be me in the movie theater.
done.
Oh, fucking guy. You know?
Yeah, I guarantee that happens at some point in the movie.
Oh, dude, there's definitely like a street fight or something that spills into a fucking
Yeah.
like convenience store, and there's like a
Yeah.
fucking cooler of fucking whatever his
Yeah,
energy drink is.
somebody goes flying through a Zoa
Yeah.
truck or something like that.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
dude. See, now I gotta see it because now I can't wait to see that part.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are saying like The Rock is the best part about it, but the movie is such a clusterfuck. One dude was like, "Is it fun? Yeah, it's fun. Is the action good? Yeah, but that's it. There's no substance to it whatsoever. It is just a crap movie,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of action and it's a lot of fun." But I'm like, "Oh man, okay, then that sounds good to me. I mean, what the fuck else do you want out of it? You know, I don't expect no fucking cinematic masterpiece. You know, give me some action. That's what I
Yeah.
want. I know. I
Yeah,
want
I
to check
guess
it out.
so.
Plus, has your kids watched Super Pets yet?
No, not yet.
Another DC fucking rock
Yeah,
collaboration.
no, but that did look good, you know.
I think I put it on one time. We didn't finish watching it, but yeah,
Until there's fucking Terramana fucking dog food in it or something.
yeah, exactly. Oh shit. Yeah. So the games are fun. Maybe we'll do more of that. I'll have a lot of laughs during the game. The brackets, 2 weeks ago, that was funny shit too.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So the Rock versus was funny. Yeah. All right. So next week's Halloween, so we won't be doing any kind of fucking Halloween movie tournament or anything fun like that because, like you said, you won't be around. But that's good. I thought I saw them post about something, or your wife post about something that they were coming to town. So that's good because he had 2 kids, 3 kids.
So he has a stepson, Eli.
Okay.
He's 15, and then his 2 daughters.
Mhm.
So they're
Yeah.
they're all coming out. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Yep. All right. I don't really have anything else. Just kind of mowed through everything.
Yeah.
Played the Rock versus. That was fun. Had a little laughs. All right, man. You got anything to plug?
Yeah, Coke Zero. If you haven't had it yet, just try it. It's delicious.
All right. I want you to watch the Image Revolution documentary.
The Image Revolution.
Yep.
What's that about again?
Tubi. It's on the guys who created Image Comics. They left Marvel Comics. Todd McFarlane, who owns the toy company. Jim Lee, who was actually just with The Rock at the red carpet premiere of Black Adam. Rob Liefeld, Eric Larson, Mark Silvestri, a lot of guys that in 1992 they had drawn 45 of the top 50 selling comic books at the time, I think for the year.
Right.
And they all left Marvel Comics at the same time. They all left Marvel Comics at the same time to go do their own, create their own books. It's very interesting. I'm listening to a podcast with Rob Liefeld, who's one of the guys right now, and he tells a lot of the extra stuff that the documentary doesn't show you.
Yep.
But it's an awesome documentary. It tells you a lot about the business side of comics. Like I know we talked about that in an earlier episode where you thought like the guy that created the Punisher just fucking made all this money because he created the Punisher, and it doesn't work like that at all. So I'll send you a link for it. You can watch it on the Tubi app. You can watch it on your phone, even on your tablet, because you just watch it for free online. And check that out. Watch it out. Let me know what you think about it. We can talk about it because it'd be interesting for you to learn about how that stuff goes and what you think about it. And maybe my homework will be I'll try to watch a fucking football game on Sunday.
There you go.
Yep.
You got a lot. You got Thursday. You got Sunday. You got Monday.
Yeah. Well, Thursday my son has a football game of his own. And then I think Friday she has a cheerleading deal. So Sunday is probably the best day.
Yeah, Jets are playing the Patriots, who just got fucking thumped at home by the Bears. So.
Wow. Yeah, Jets, Giants, and the Bills all kicking ass.
Yeah.
How about that?
The Jets and Giants. Yeah, I'll be fair because I'm not, that type of biased, like delusional fan. The Jets and Giants are kind of doing it with smoke and mirrors, Like,
but the Bills are
Like they're
strong
winning.
force.
Oh, the Bills to me are the best team in the NFL, you know. Most
Wow.
complete team. They got the best quarterback. Jets and Giants are like a good story, but I won't call their wins lucky because that's not fair. They earned them, but they're not as convincing as the Bills, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, time will tell. Hopefully it keeps up, unlike how pumped everybody was about the Mets and Yankees, and we saw how that went.
yeah.
Yep. All righty, man. So thanks for listening, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Follow us on Twitter at, I think it's Mind Your Effin' Business, BIZ-ness, because I couldn't fit Mind Your Effin' Business into one Twitter handle. But it's Mind Your Effin' Business with UR on Instagram, and join our Facebook group and all that other shit, and check out my Etsy page, shop / Pop Quiz Apparel, and go buy my comic, Championship Wrestling League #1, and you can see the thing scrolling across the bottom where you can get CWL shirts and Mind Your Effin' Business shirts and Cube Nerd shirts and all that other shit. So help us make some money and pay for this shindig. All righty, man. So
All right.
we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, man.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. All right, later, man.
Later, bro.
All right, bye.